Good morning. Hello, everybody. It's Richard Roy 2 here in YouTube land. And I'm trying to adjust the volume a little bit better. Hopefully, that's not blasting anybody off. There I am in my squeaky chair. Responding to Renegade 40, who posted a video, direct upload, which is unusual for him, to my video, which was a message to DawahFilms, which was a response to The Emo is Evil. This one in particular, sorry, this one in particular has to do more with inherited wealth, and we've discussed this a little bit back and forth now, and the Renegade, well, you have a difficulty with the inherited and accumulated wealth, and I can understand that in a certain respect. One of the things that maybe I'm thinking things around a different direction, but I have a great deal of difficulty with a lot of the institutions that we've built over time. And you've said yourself that the inherited wealth was something that at one time earlier on in the history of the United States was very highly taxed, and this for whatever reason, I'm not gonna try to construct that, but the way it was still ended up being turned around, and probably because of various influences from those who had the wealth in the first place. So something is wrong there, and I do agree with the idea of this, the way that things have gone, but I think it has more to do with the problems we have with our institutions and the way that they get carried away with self-supporting, self-serving. Just for an example, now this is one example. I want you to consider this little piece here. There's one law that really, one series of laws, or set of laws perhaps, that really does bother me a great deal, and it's the idea of a company having limited liability. Now, think about that. Why should they be limited in their liability? Why shouldn't they be liable for what they do? How did it get to this position? And if they didn't have limited liability, how much more money would they have to put out towards trying to service the libels that they end up creating? So maybe it should cost a lot of money. Maybe they wouldn't be able to accumulate such vast amounts. Maybe companies wouldn't become such humongous giant monsters that don't give a damn about anybody under them, if it wasn't for that damn limited liability idea. And I know there are going to be people who say, well, what's going to happen if all these people are thrown out of work all of a sudden because somebody comes along with a libel suit that sucks all the money out of them and they go bankrupt? Well, if the company's doing lousy things, why would you want to continue to propagate that kind of thinking, that kind of monster? And then we get into the idea of the big corporations who have special privileges, like granting them the quality of a human being, of having rights. Again, we've got a lot of problems in our systems, and we've got to, I think it would be akin to having a big box, if there'd be this infrastructure, this legal system, reaching into it and ripping out all the wires that have short-circuited everything that was supposed to operate in such a fashion as to be a non-psychotic system. So I'm wondering if there would be, one, the kind of accumulation of wealth there is right now, even with inherited wealth if we didn't have those kinds of stupid things. This idea of too big to fail comes about because we've got these gigantic, humongous systems that gobble up all the other systems, and I don't think it's right that they should be allowed to do that. I don't think we should set up systems that artificially promulgate those kind of systems that are so destructive in our society and in our environment. Think of what we could do without those limited liability laws to put a company in check, to make them responsible, to make the person who's in charge there responsible for his actions. Sorry about that. I just probably banged your ears off right there. But this is not something I've got written in stone. It's something I keep on coming back to. I keep on thinking about, maybe we're doing this backwards. Maybe we're looking at the wrong side of things. Maybe inherited wealth wouldn't be such a problem if it wasn't for the other problems that make that kind of lump sum to be inherited possible. Let me know what you think. I really am interested in this. This has been a subject I've seen for some time. Thanks a lot, Renegade 40. I really appreciate the work you did on that video. Oh, by the way, the beard's coming along great. Is the boss happy with it trimmed as it is, or are you still going to do that video? Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.